Hello, IGN. My name is Jose Otero. I'm here with Per Schneider.
Hello, Jose Otero.
And we are going to play F-Zero X.
Yeah,
Wait a minute. Am I trapped in a loop or something?
No.
We did F-Zero X.
Check it out. It's the game that you've always known there with the practice and the options mode. And
Okay.
when you go into GP race,
Wait a minute.
you can see,
Wait
you know,
a
there
minute.
you have 4 cups and everything. Oh, hold on a second. Let me shut down the system again. Let me put in my 64DD disc and let me start it up again.
Wait.
Hold on.
What just happened?
Hold on. Here
Okay,
we go.
so first of all, that was a Japanese version of F-Zero X, which I'm okay with. But we did an F-Zero X last night. Now this is okay. So we're in the
It has to be,
64DD. Got it.
All
So
right.
what is this exactly?
So we've got the 64DD disk drive attached to the bottom of the N64, and we have the Japanese cartridge F-Zero X, right? For the N64. We've got the RAM expansion, and we have the F-Zero expansion kit, which was only shipped in Japan, only shipped with the 64DD back in the days.
And what do you build with this exactly?
Here we go. So let's go back to the menu.
Are you building tracks?
Yes, of course.
Wow.
So go back.
Okay.
You can now see that in the lower left and lower right corners, we have 2 more options. Also, if I go into GP mode right here,
Okay.
DD cup, edit cup, and DD2 cup. So, you
So
know, just to
DD
give
is
you a
just
little
sort of a
look.
custom cup?
That's so DD cup is something, yeah, that's something that they assembled for you. They
Got
came with
it.
additional tracks that you didn't get in the original F-Zero X.
Do you
So
remember how good those tracks were?
they were good. They were crazy. They were expert cups. So we'll go into those in a second. And apologize, I really haven't practiced this in a while. So
Right.
if we're sucking, it's because we haven't played it. But
Per is driving.
at one time, more than a decade ago, I was pretty good at this.
Oh, I remember.
And
I've heard
at
stories.
at GX as well.
Actually, I watched you play GX. You still got it in that one, but this
yeah,
one,
maybe.
I don't know.
So, well, we'll see in a second. So here is, you know, here's our course editor, and it is not glamorous, right? It's not an amazing system. We have a create point setting, create course. Here's our file menu, and I'm gonna use load here to here. I wonder.
Wait a minute. What is going on here?
So here's a track that I made.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
The
Pierre
UI
Bert, you call it.
The UI is pretty damn weird.
You know,
it's
that
so
looks like
strange.
a typo of a word I've seen before.
Yeah, that's funny.
Okay.
So you can see the track editor here. You can see, you know, I can tilt it here with the D-pad.
So wait a minute. Nintendo gave you the tools to make custom tracks in a game, but it was released in Japan only.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so
That's
basically
cool.
what they did is they took the tools that their designers themselves use for the F-Zero track. You can see a little car driving around here. See that little dot?
Yep.
Right? And you can move all this stuff around. You can create tracks that are absolutely insane. You don't have a lot of control over the placement of objects or anything. You're pretty much on a flat surface, right? Here, let's try this one out. I can show you this track. This, by the way, it's supposed to be used. You're supposed to use the 64DD mouse for better effect here, but you know, this is now just a practice. You can see a track that I made.
Okay.
You know, remember we've
Holy
got
cow.
our boost here,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So you can do these pipes. Whoop, you can put jumps in the worst places. You can make really thin and narrow half pipes like that
Okay.
too. You know, and
Now-
you can make some pretty crazy tracks here.
Okay. Now it's in an interesting footnote to the F-Zero series.
Shoot.
This
Yeah.
is actually not the only time that Nintendo has allowed players to create F-Zero tracks. Turns out there was a GBA game as well that did not make it to the States that also had a track editor built in. And it was instead, you know, in more of the Super Nintendo style versus this being, you know, full-on 3D. But wow, man.
Jump
you
on the,
hold
yeah,
it
you like my
down.
course?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
that's
shoot.
not bad.
Oh, God.
Are you... did you
I
just-
got too far
okay.
away from the track, of
Yeah.
course. But yeah, so this is my pervert track here.
Okay, okay.
Sorry, I forgot that you drift with Z and R in this one.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird, you know, when you use the shoulder buttons.
Absolutely.
But you can see, you can create some pretty insane tracks. Now, just because you can create them doesn't mean that they actually work, though. You know, the AI drones will have difficulties. You can pick your BGM, your background music, all that kind of stuff.
Well, the game sort of is there any way for the game to tell you, hey, this will not work, or they just kind of let you drive and find out for yourself?
Well, you try it out in GP, and you know that's when I'm not going to go into expert right now. But like you can kind of see here. Let's go into the edit cup.
Okay.
Oh, I see. This is not set up. Well, that's okay. Then we'll just go into one of the pre-made ones. But you can basically create your custom cup, load it in there, and then you can try your cup. And what happens with Pervert with that with that track is all the guys fall off. Like first turn, they just can't handle that steep turn, and so you can massage it to make sure that it actually works.
Are you saying you're that far ahead of the pack?
I'm just that amazing. But yeah, so let's see here. I'll show you the car editor in a second too. But it's just
there was a car editor too. I didn't know that. Okay.
Let's use our favorite.
Oh yeah, of course, the Blue Falcon.
Yeah.
Yep.
You can adjust for speed versus handling and so forth here. So Silence 3, never released in the standard F-Zero package.
Got it.
Wait, how do you, I forgot how you do the start most efficiently. I'm an idiot.
It's okay. You're already out in the race.
I'm forgiven.
Yep. You're at 29
so
now.
of course, first lap of any race, you don't have any boost ability.
Yep,
so
that's right.
Oh man, they put that nasty sand stuff right in the middle,
in the center.
Not cool. But you can see, I mean, this game, it came out at a time when publishers, developers were really pushing for visual fidelity, making their cars look better, their tracks look better, the environments and everything. And so this game was kind of an anachronism in that everything was about smoothness and about number of cars on track. And so it didn't look visually that interesting to a lot of gamers, I think, and it didn't sell tremendously well, honestly. But it was a really technical and smart game. Really, really awesome. I can do the body check too. You can see later, of course, you get the spin in the later games, but you double tap, you can slam into these guys and like try it. Yeah, I'm doing amazingly. You can try and slam them out of the race. So
okay.
Yeah, you can see
I wouldn't be racing right now, so I give you full props for even getting that far.
Yep, and then you've got the Create Machine editor here. We can look at parts of the machine. You can assemble different pieces on the back, and so you have a lot of flexibility to create your own custom vehicles in this. You can also set the ratings. Here's the machine design, so the lines that you put on it.
Racing
you can do the
and
marks.
Okay.
So it can put.
You put a little N64 logo on it.
Yeah, you could do that, and then you can do the. This is color, so body line, number, and cockpit. So I can change the color for the entire car. Everybody, of course, wants Pink Racer, right?
Oh, of course.
Right, yeah. And then here are the settings. So basically your body types, what body type you pick, what boost type setting, and what grip,
Okay.
So you can create your custom vehicle. Not everything is available. They balance it a little bit. Like I wouldn't be able to do an AAAA grip.
So you can only lead in one category, yeah. Okay, I like it.
And then you can load your machines and save your machines here. You can do here. I have not looked at this in so long. Yep, of course.
Is that a custom pair ride right there?
Yeah, and then you can delete stuff and you can try it out. But it's just really awesome to have a game like this. Was basically DLC. It was prototype DLC. You got to Mute City 4. Not often seen either, huh? You basically got an add-on to a game that you thought was complete, and afterwards you got to mess around with it. So really, really cool, cool concept.
Before digital delivery and before all of that, No, that's cool. And so this was part of the 64DD line, which has its place in history as sort of a niche product Nintendo made. Niche in that they didn't really mass produce it. What was it, like 15,000?
So 15,000 were sold. Well, it's an estimate, right?
Yeah.
But it was it was distributed via this credit card pre-order campaign, and then later sold in stores. And so no, it's a small amount of super hardcore N64 fans. It's almost like XNA. It's almost like a developer platform, like a special edition, Xbox or something like that, which we've seen as well.
Sure. Yeah.
But
I guess the one thing I
cool.
sort of half wish had this idea, struck them 5 years later, or maybe further, is just the idea of being able to share these online. Probably would have been amazing.
Yeah. So the concept of the 64DD was that it also allowed RANDnet. Oh, that was ICE, right? Yeah. RANDnet. Access, and that was supposed to be kind of like a console internet. So we're doing actually the time attack here, right?
Yep.
Basically RANDnet was supposed to let you connect with others. They never quite got to the point where they built the sharing into the core apps like this one, but they did have some mild sharing tools in the Mario Artist games. You could share stuff with your friends, but most of RANDnet was lame stuff like horse racing magazines and things like that.
Sure.
I'm doing a little blinky here right now, so not so good.
Yeah, I know. Hey, it's hard to play and talk.
Touchy,
Folks
man.
gotta know. Yeah.
I don't have to. Oh man.
Retire.
Yeah,
that's all right. Well, at least you got to see something really cool in F-Zero X construction kit, right? Is that what the name?
Expansion kit.
Expansion kit on the 64DD. This is part of a sort of a month-long thing we're doing here at IGN. We're playing through 125 of our favorite Nintendo games to celebrate the company's 125th anniversary, which is quite a milestone. September 1889 to now. And you can argue they weren't making games all that time. That's fine, but it's still a huge milestone for any company, let alone one like this. So
it's really cool, and I think when we do our next NVC Live event, we got to set up a 64DD in the corner for people to come in and try it out.
Make sure you put it in a.
It's so hard to find this software nowadays. So
make sure you guard it under lock and key.
Well, it's gonna be chained to my wrist.
Yeah, exactly. So there you go. There you have it for more Nintendo and more Let's Plays. Make sure you keep it right here at IGN.
Later.